Good morning, I'm Angela here at the City of Brandon Senior Center. We're here this morning for our chair fitness class. Glad to have y'all. We are going to do a lot of range of motion today so that we can work on bigger movements with our joints, healthier movements. So today you're going to want your chair. We're also going to work on some balance and strength exercises. So I've got my shoes off. I've got some flip-flops on because I'm going to slip my shoes off, and we're going to work on strengthening our feet and the flexibility of our feet. That's great for our balance. You know, I always say our feet are the first thing to hit the floor in the morning, hopefully. So we're going to do some of our normal cardio stuff, but we're also going to focus a little bit more today on range of motion. We've got tons of videos out there that if you want to do just a more traditional straight cardio class, you could go to that after we're done with this class. But today we're going to slow things down a little bit, work on some range of motion, some strengthening and flexibility in all parts of our body so that we can move better and stronger in those other chair cardio classes. So are you ready to get going? I am. I'm Angela. Let's get going. All right, before we get moving though, we are going to warm up some. We're going to get the blood flow into these muscles and joints and get all of that good lubrication in the joints going before we start some of these exercises. So we're going to start in our chair, march it out. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Sit up nice and tall, pull your belly button in, and we're going to step it out to the side. Get those hips moving laterally. Two more. Keep these feet out wide. So as I was saying in the introduction, we're going to warm up first, then we're going to work on some good range of motion, mobility, flexibility, and balance exercises. Roll those shoulders. Four, 3, 2, and other direction. Four more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And march it center. Give me a little spin. We're going to get those arms going, get that blood pumping. Increase that heart rate just a little bit to warm up. Reverse those arms. Excuse me. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to open the door this direction. Other side. Little rotation of that core, torso, and spine. And one more each side, and reach it up and over. Other side. Little moving stretches. Little lateral flexion of the spine. One more each side. And bring it center. Around that back, hug your tree, stretched out against those shoulders. Reach those arms back. Sweep them up. Press it down. Sweep it up. press it down. Keep going. Now only go as high as comfortable for you. Palms are going to reach up and towards the back of the room. Now press them down. Like I said, we've slowed it down a little bit today. Working on range of motion, flexibility. One more. And press it down. Good. Shake it out. Let's march it out again. We're going to get those joints and muscles in the legs moving. 7. Now, like I said, I'm going to slip these shoes off. So I've got my little flip-flops on. I want to work on some flexibility of my feet today. It's going to help our balance. And we're going to march. I would love it if you would join me to take those shoes off. We're going to work each little toe, each little part of that foot. But right now, we're continuing our warm-up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You're going to give me a heel toe over here. Heel, toe, heel. Getting that knee going. 4 more like this. In 2, we're going to switch to the other side. Switch to the other side. Go ahead and add some arms in. Why not? Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Now, kick it out. Alternate. Flex that foot. When you flex that foot, do those toes spread out? Can you press and pull? Little rotation of that wrist, like you're wrapping it up and pulling it in. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take that foot out there, tap that toe. I'm focusing, trying to get heel to toe to touch the ground. Now pick it up and touch the ground. Pick it up, just the heel. Roll that foot down, heel to toe. Then pick it up, toe, ball, heel. Do it again. 1 more. And now take it out to the other side. Heel, toe. Heel, toe. And we're going to hold that foot out there and press that foot to the ground. Pull it up. Sit up nice and tall. Press it. Heel, ball, toe. Toe, ball, heel picks up. And pick it up. Spreading those toes out as we're doing it. And bring it in. Now we're going to keep our feet in and we're going to go out and in. Heels stay in the center. The toes go out. We're going to flip our wrist with it. Let's slow it down. Open, in. Open, in. Breathe. Now we're going to speed up just a little bit so it's out, in, out, in. Rotating that forearm, flipping those hands over. So not just here at the wrist, but kind of the whole forearm, wrist connected. And hold it out here. Now, I want you to, I call it comb the carpet. I'm taking my toes and I'm pulling them in. We're going to do the same thing with our hands. Flip your hands over like you're kneading dough in each hand. And flip the hands over, and we're gripping, gripping. Toes are still combing the carpet. Strengthening those feet. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, march it out, shake it out. Those feet get tired working like that, don't they? All right, shake it out. We're gonna tap your toe to the side, back in, and then center, all right? So it's tap, out, in a little closer, and back center. Here we go, it's tap, out, in a little closer, back to the center. Here we go, tap, out, in, center, tap, out, in, center, reach, out, in, center, reach, out, in, center, reach, out, in, center, reach, out, in, center. One more, reach, out, in, center. Stay there. All right, other side. Point that big toe, touch the ground slow. It's out, to the side, in a little close, center, tap, out, in, center, tap, a little faster, out, in, center, tap, out, in, and center. All right, sit up nice and tall. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Speed it up. Tap, out, in, center. Now, when you've got that with the legs at this tempo, try adding that arm. Reach, sweep, pull it in, come center. Reach, sweep, in, bring it center. Say it to yourself. That helps sometimes, right? Reach, out, in, center. Reach, out, in, center. Told you we were working on some big range of motion today. One more. Reach, out, in, center. Reach, out, in, center. March it out. All right, now when I'm marching, I don't have my shoes on. You know what I'm doing? I'm picking up my heels and I'm spreading those toes out on the ground. So they're pressing out, widening our feet. Things tend to tighten up on us, don't they? Especially if they stay in a tight shoe. So we're gonna spread our fingers out. We're gonna spread our toes out. Sit up nice and tall. Stir the pot. Big motion of those arms. Sitting in nice and narrow. That makes you balance. And go back the other direction. Big stir of the pot. One more. And bring it in here. Shake it out. Now, I want you to take big toe, roll those feet out to the pinky toe, and roll them back in towards the big toe. Are you ready? Roll. Like you're playing the piano with your toes. I would not be very good. I'd be hitting all the keys at once. It's hard to get those toes to operate. Now let's roll those fingers. In and down. Land up in. Sit up tall and breathe. Working on those feet. And now, pick up your toes, walk on your heels. those hands, grip and flex. Picking up the toes, walking on our heels. That works that little trip muscle we've talked about, right along at the front of the shin. Tibialis anterior. Eight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press. Pull it in. Press. Round that back out. Pull it in. Round. Squeeze. Abs are nice and tight. Press. In. Pick up your toes as you do it. Push the toes down, pick up your toes. Ball of the feet and the heels are on the ground. Just working on the flexibility of those toes. Press. Pull it in. Pull it in. One more. Toes go down and toes go up. Shake it out. All right, we're going to do some swimming. Get ready. Sit up tall. We're going to do a back stroke. Oh, that feels so good with those shoulders and that back. Sometimes we just need a good slow down and really work on range of motion. So the thing I say about range of motion, maybe you have trouble on a particular arm getting that arm all the way around or all the way up. Maybe it looks a little something like this. You work on that. We want to maintain that. We don't want it looking like this in a little while, right? We don't want this time next year to be here. So we're going to work with our range of motion that challenges us, doesn't hurt, but maintains what we have and doesn't contribute to losing range of motion. 3. Ooh, we got a long lap we're swimming here. And shake it out. All right. What about those legs? We swam a backstroke. How about some kicks? All right, sit up tall. We're gonna pick up this leg here. We're gonna flex your foot. Bring that leg up. Tighten through that extensor, that quadricep. 2 more like this. 2 and 1. Now switch to the other side. I'm a mind body person. I like to even put my hand on that muscle and go, hey muscle, you're the one I'm working. All right, pick up that toe. Kick it out. And get that muscle a little pat. Say, good job. Draw your belly button in. Kick it out. Flexing that foot. Let me see the bottom of that foot. And 1 more. And march it out. All right, going back to a little ankle mobility, flexibility for the feet. We're going to heel toe ourselves from a narrow stance out to a wide. Let's heel toe. And it's different for everybody, right? How many heel toes you get and how wide you make that stance is up to you, your hips, your ankles. I'm trying to stretch myself, get myself to go a little bit further, working on that hip mobility. Heel toe, picking it up, heel toe. I can already tell, not having my shoes on, really working, even in just exercises like this that we do in our regular class, without having those shoes on, my muscles in my feet are getting a little fatigued. heel toe. How are you doing? Sit up nice and tall. All right, we're gonna take it out and we're gonna grab and push the trash in the can. Look how I'm switching support to that leg. Press it out. Let's slow it down. Push the trash, hand, press out. Push the trash, drop that shoulder. Push the trash. Slowing it down even more. Really enjoying that press out and rotate. Now you've heard me say it. If there's something that your doctor or your therapist has told you not to do, maybe a little rotation or forward bend, you modify. You just wouldn't go as low, would you? And one more, hold this one here. Press out with that arm a little bit. Now we're just gonna flip that shoulder over. Other shoulder drops down, other arm presses out. Bring it center, flat back, support yourself, fold forward, and roll it up. All right, so we're gonna stand from here and work on a little balance, okay? So, chair, countertop, something that's right there that you can reach. We're gonna stand beside our chair, strong, belly button in, braced. Now, the balance challenge is hand on the chair for safety, hands beside us for challenge, arms are like that tightrope walker's pole. If you need to move those arms around, you can, okay? All right, we're gonna stand beside our chair. Hopefully you've joined me with taking those shoes off. And we're gonna lift up to the balls of our feet and our toes, and then come back down, complete contact with the floor, toe to heel. Lift up, whoop, and come back down. Lift up. That's that balance challenge right there. Hand on the chair if you need it, but it's okay to wobble. And come back down. Lift up. And back down. Those wobbles train those muscles to react to a little bit of loss of balance. So that's why if you feel secure and you don't feel like you're going to take a tumble, you want to try to not rely on that chair too much and let that body react to those balance challenges. Okay, we're going to go up to the balls of the feet. We're gonna stay there, stay there. Do you feel your ankles buckling? How's the strength of your ankles? Think about what you feel going on. And bring it down. All right, shake it out, walk it out. Now, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see. I'm going to lift back into my heels a little bit, just like we did going up on the balls of the feet, but I'm gonna let that body weight come back a little bit. Whoop. Make sure there's nothing behind you to trip you or catch you at the knees. You want to have clean space here. Hand on the chair if you feel really insecure. And center. Go back onto those heels a little bit. Shift that body weight. Very rarely do we walk backwards, right? Especially if we're concerned about falling or tripping. We're certainly not going to put ourselves in a position to not be able to see where we're going. But that doesn't mean we won't have a loss of balance that would take us backwards. An unplanned backward movement, right? Come back down. So I'm just picking up, letting that body weight go back, and then I'm coming back down at your own pace. Maybe you can really hold it. Let's try to hold it now. Do you have to move around to hold it? Yeah. And come back down. All right, shake it out. That little anterior tibialis muscle really got a lot of work right there, picking up those toes, didn't they? All right, so we're going to step over, step over, step over, and back. All right, over, pick up that knee, step over, and come back. Breathe. Shifting that body weight side to side and back. All right, take that stance a little wide, and we're just going to rock back and forth, shifting that body weight. Pause a little bit, a little kickstand toe on the ground over here. Pause a little bit. You got it. And bring it back center. All things you can do at home. You can continue to keep doing these to work on balance. Now we're really going to challenge that balance. We're going to go to a point in time here in this next series of moves where we will close our eyes. That's the big balance challenge because we've taken our visual cues away. All right? So we're going to stand. Nice and narrow stance is going to be more challenging. If you want to go out a little wider, you can. Nice and narrow. Fingertip on the chair so you know it's there. And we're just going to close those eyes. If you're feeling comfortable, you can take that fingertip off the chair. Shoulders up. You want your chin lifted like you're looking forward, not down. Think about what you feel moving. I feel my toes moving. I feel my quadriceps as extensors tightening and flinching. Move your arms out to the side like a tightrope walker if you're even more unsteady. Deep breath in. Exhale, open your eyes, and let's challenge ourselves a little bit further. You're going to put one foot forward and see if you can get like a tightrope walker, 1 foot behind. How far you go in together works on your hip flexibility too. Also maybe some ankle flexibility. You may have a hard time getting those feet all the way down to the ground. More space of that foot you have on the ground, more stable you're going to be. All right? How are you doing? This is a challenge right here all alone. You do not have to close your eyes, okay? If you want a little bit more challenge, fingertip to the chair, close your eyes. Oh goodness. I have witnesses now recorded to see how bad I am at this. Okay, hands out like a tightrope walker if you need it. Feet are like a tightrope walker, you're on a tightrope. Your eyes are closed. Bring your hand down to the chair if it has left, and then open your eyes. Let's switch feet. You may have one side that's a little bit better than the other. All right? Nail it. Nail the landing. Stick the landing. All right? And then when you're ready, if you want to close those eyes, shoulders over the hips, chin lifted, looking forward, not down. Breathe. And hand to the chair, open your eyes. How'd you do? If you were cheating and had your eyes open or just preferred not to close your eyes, you saw me wobble around, right? All right, try to get those legs back into our stacked tightrope walker stance. Fingertip on the chair, and we're just gonna lift the heels up and come back down. Lift the heels up, come back down. Now, if you're comfortable without having that chair to grab onto, you can just leave the hands beside you, tightrope walker style. Lift up and down. All right, fingertip on the chair. Yep, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try closing our eyes as we lift up and down. I'm gonna keep my fingertip on the chair to start off. All right, here we go. Eyes closed if you want. Lift those heels up and bring them back down. I still feel ankles popping, bones in my feet. Getting some exercise. All right, do I dare try to do this without touching the chair? Woo! Ankles wobble. Strengthening those ankles. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe, all right? One more. And back down. Felt my hamstring on that leg behind me. Tightening up, going crazy, working a ton. All right, here we go. Tightrope other direction. First, hand on the chair, eyes open. Lift up. Off those heels. And now, do we dare on this side? You want to try? Fingers tips on the chair, eyes closed. Lift up. Woo. I'm on a boat on the ocean, I feel like. All right, I don't know. Let's do this. This side's going to be a real challenge to take my hand off that chair. I'm slowing myself down. I closed my eyes. Hand off the chair, and I'm lifting up out of those heels. Woo! Like a bird flying in the sky. Let's do one more. And come back down. My sense of where I was in space, I felt like I had turned this much. So, all right, shake it out. Let's come back down and have a seat before we go. We're gonna stretch out those hamstrings real quick. They tightened up, didn't they? They were working. Pull your toe up. Slide that hand down the shin as far as you can go and come back up, supporting yourself on this other leg. Slide and come back up. All right, let's do it the other side. Hand on the leg, hand supported here, slide and come back up. One more, slide and come back up. Deep breath up. Exhale, hands, heart center, and yay! Thanks for sticking around today. We slowed it down. We worked on range of motion, flexibility, coordination, balance. So if you want to jump over and get your heart rate up, go catch one of those past videos we've done. You've got plenty of options on YouTube and our Facebook page at Brandon Seniors, which is where we are right now. But on our YouTube page, you can go to YouTube and search Brandon MS, like the state of Mississippi, Brandon MS Senior Center, and catch all of these videos online on YouTube. Share them with your friends maybe that aren't on Facebook. They can get to YouTube. So that's what we have today. We've worked on balance, flexibility, strength. We slowed it down. If you want to go catch another workout, go do that now. I'm Angela here at the City of Brandon Senior Center. Glad you were with me.